on 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. It's the John and Joe Sports Show. I'm John.
I'm Joe.
That's how we do it. Now that you got our voices down and our beautiful faces, we can get down to business. First order of business, baseball.
What a sport.
It is.
Yeah.
At that. Right now, the Yankees are playing the who?
The
Cowboys?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. They're from Texas.
Rangers. Yeah.
The Rangers.
I have a. Yeah, that's it. The Rangers.
Yeah.
So they're down 3-1 in the series. How did that happen? Well, we'll tell you.
Because the Yankees are so good.
Stop it.
Okay.
Now.
All right.
Game 1 was Friday, I think. Yeah.
It was Friday, yes. I
mean, I could just look here, but that's a waste of time. It was Friday. The Yankees ended up winning 6-5. CC Sabathia pitched, so you would assume that they won 13-2.
Of course.
But they didn't,
No.
because he gave up 5 runs in 4 innings.
Mm-hmm.
And the Yankees' offense did nothing until the 7th and 8th. They scored 1 run in the 7th. Then they come out in the 8th and score 5 runs. Washington, the manager for the Rangers, whatever his first name is.
Yeah, I don't
Leon
know.
or Leon Washington.
Yeah. He's a running back.
It's probably
Seahawks.
somewhere. He had cocaine addiction. That's all I know about him. Anyway, the skipper for Texas. He does that overmanaged thing. He brings in a pitcher for one guy, single. Brings in another pitcher for another guy, single. Brings in another pitcher for. He went through 3 pitchers and 3 batters, and the Yankees got like 3 or 4 straight hits to share A-Rod, Cano. They all had hits. The inning started off with Brett Gardner's head-first slide in the first to be safe, and then the rally started from there. Jeter actually got a hit for once.
Shocking.
Swisher got a hit, and they just rallied. They scored 5 runs off the Rangers bullpen. You were like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the Yankees that we expected to see. So they took the first game, and you would think that the Rangers would just be befuddled. They'd be done. They'd be devastated.
Oh, yeah, devastated.
Series is over. They lost the first game that they should have won against the Yankees' best pitcher. It's over with. So I stopped watching. The rest of the play. Everyone just stopped watching. We didn't need to see anything else. The series is over with. Right?
But wait. Maybe that's what you were going to say.
No, it was over.
It's
They
over.
only played
It's
one
over.
game.
Right.
There's time constraints and stuff with different programs. They only played one.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, sadly they played it. Played it on.
Again?
Saturday, they played as well. This time, they lost.
Yes.
I don't have the right date up, but
Yeah,
we will get
that
that
was
soon.
last week, but that's okay.
That's
You
fine.
got it. You got it. It gives us some fill time to
You're
do
right,
this.
yeah. Game 2, Andy Pettitte goes up against, Phil Hughes goes up against whoever it is. I can't remember his name, but I'll tell you in like 2 seconds.
It's a shame. I don't know any other Rangers pitchers except Cliff Lee.
That's pretty much the consensus of everyone, which is fine because that's really all the pitching they had. I don't even know his name. I'll find it awkwardly. But anyway, to make a long story short, the Yankees lose 7-2. Phil Hughes got destroyed.
Yeah.
Gave up a run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth. What's happened? It was just carnage. David Murphy homers. Benji Molina had 2 doubles in the game. When Benji Molina starts hitting, which we'll mention soon,
Oh, yeah.
you're in trouble.
Yes.
The game is
I
over
agree.
with.
I agree.
And it just basically Phil Hughes got destroyed.
Same story as Game 1, except the Yankees didn't come back.
Yeah.
Hitting not there.
Yeah.
And that'll be a theme. That'll be a theme.
Tends to be a theme.
Yes.
Chris Lewis or Carl Lewis. I think it's Chris. He was the pitcher for the Rangers.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes.
For all you at
Yes.
home keeping box score who care, we don't. Well, I don't. I should, but I don't. He was their pitcher, and he went 5 2/3. Gave up 2 runs. No big deal. But yeah, the blame pretty much went to Phil Hughes, giving up 7 runs. You really can't come back from that.
This is true.
At all. And Rangers hitting, just outstanding is really all you could say about it. You know, tripled by Kinsler at one point, doubles galore from people. It was pretty much batting practice.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I could describe it for everyone. Batting practice.
Yeah.
So
that's 12 runs in 2 games.
Yeah.
For them.
They also had 12 hits
in
the game. So the series gets tied at 1-1. All right, fine.
Okay, so we head back to New York, right? And
well, yeah, we'll get there. We got to go to the National League. We have some Phillies fans in northeastern Pennsylvania.
No,
I know it's hard to believe. There might be Phillies fans in this room that we're in, though there's only 4 people. I don't see any people emphatically shaking their heads, so never mind. No Phillies fans. Well, good. Congratulations.
Well, they're everywhere else.
Yeah, you're right. They're in there.
They're in the back. Yeah.
Basically, the Giants win. Cody Ross has 2 home runs off Roy Halladay, the savior of the Phillies.
Yeah.
The doctor. The
Doc Holliday.
The no-hit specialist. Everything you could imagine from a pitcher, this man. But he couldn't get it done. Tim Lincecum pitched for the Giants. This was a great matchup on paper, obviously. Lincecum, Halladay, couldn't ask for more. Lincecum does okay, you know. He does enough to get by. He only gives up 3 runs. But really, Cody Ross almost single-handedly wins the game for the Giants. He has 3 RBIs, and the Phillies lose the first game, and to everyone's surprise, I guess you could say, pretty much they expected the Phillies to just go in and win the series easily.
Right, yeah. But basically, this pitcher's duel that everyone was looking forward to, like, Lincecum, Halladay, it didn't happen. It didn't work out that way. People got hits off Halladay, and it was crazy. It was unlike, but this was a game I feel the Giants needed to have. They needed to win with their ace. And so far, it's, I mean, don't want to spoil anything, but it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well for the Giants so far. So I feel they needed this game, and they got it.
They did. And does it ever end up where the pitching matchup you think is going to be great work out?
Usually not.
It usually doesn't.
No.
I mean, we've seen in the past, we've seen Clemens and Martinez, Pedro that is, go off. They've had some really good matchups, but then sometimes it's like, where are you? Like,
yes.
No one shows up. In that case, they both were average, but the Giants get the best of them. However, the next game, Roy Oswalt and Sanchez are pitching for the Phillies and the Giants respectively. Roy Oswalt gets the best of Sanchez. Pretty much single-handedly beats the Giants. The Phillies win 6-1. At one point, Oswalt has a double, and he doesn't have a double, he had a single, but he ends up scoring in the rally from second. The coach is holding him up. He kept going. He scored. Jimmy Rollins drove in 4 runs on a bases-loaded clearing double at one point. Not 4 runs on that play, but 4 runs in the game, obviously. And really, again, the Phillies' best came alive in the 7th. They scored 4 runs, 3 big ones coming from Rollins, of course, and Oswalt. And up until that point, though, in the 5th, it's 2-1. Giants are hanging in there. The only problem is they don't have any hitters, besides from Cody Ross. I'm pretty sure he just bats, and then they just don't send anybody up for 8 batters. And it's up for the pitcher to throw strikes or not. And then he comes up again, and it's kind of like a ghost runner game. It's pretty.
Yeah. That's intense.
That saves time as well.
Oh, definitely.
Ending a series in one game and then using ghost runners.
Definitely.
It's something
It brings you back to wiffle ball.
It does.
Really, yeah.
But you look up and down the Giants lineup. I mean, Cody Ross has the lone RBI. There's a shock. They only have 4 hits. It just wasn't a well-played game by the Giants, and one the Phillies really had to take to even the series up.
Yeah, that when Roy Oswalt or any pitcher is getting hits for you and scoring runs, it's just not going to be your night, and that's it. That's what we've seen in the past. Unless you're like Rick Ankiel or ex-pitcher Rick Ankiel getting hits. But, yeah, basically Oswalt gets the hits, gets the job done. Big win for the Phillies there, coming up after Halladay and then coming through with the victory that Halladay needed at home. So, yeah, it's tied 1-1.
It is.
Yeah.
So then we move back to New York.
Oh, man.
On Monday.
You're like, oh, my God, you must be killing her.
And
listeners
I
going crazy.
I went to the game on Monday. I was there.
You were there?
Even though I told you this story yesterday over Taco Bell. By the
That's
way,
fine.
for all of you viewing the program, that picture of us is from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Those of you listening on radio and have no idea what we're talking about, my apologies. So yeah, that was my first experience at Yankee Stadium. Me and my father decided, well, I pretty much decided spur of the moment, like, let's go to the game. There's really no reason why we can't. So we went. We got really good seats, paid a lot of money for them, but you're there. You know, it was unbelievable. And for those of you that hate the Yankees, even if you do, if your team ever plays at Yankee Stadium, I highly recommend you attend the game simply because the stadium is immaculate.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've been to Yankee Stadium. I went to the old Yankee Stadium, and it was incredible. I watched the Yankees destroy the Cardinals, but it was just an incredible experience. So I'll never forget. So yes, definitely go.
You definitely had to see a game there if you're any baseball fan. Tops the old stadium. You know, it was just unbelievable walking around before the game, seeing all the things they've done with, you know, different monuments and whatnot. But getting to the game, finally we get there and the game starts. And the first inning, Andy Pettitte gives up a 2-run home run to Josh Hamilton. So already the crowd is out of it, and the third batter of the game. And it's unbelievable watching Josh Hamilton hit home runs. He just literally stuck the bat out. And I thought it was going to be a fly out to right. Yeah. It just kept going.
Yep.
He would come up again in the fifth and hit this towering ball to right. I'm like, well, that's gone. No, that was a fly out. So I don't understand how that works. But, you know, after that, Pettitte settles down. He goes 7 innings, really with no problem. Cliff Lee, though, didn't give up a run. He didn't give up a hit until the 5th. He gave up a walk in the 4th. The crowd went crazy. Literally, there was no noise in the stadium. 2 things made the crowd excited. The first was the walk by Teixeira. The second was when a man ran onto the field. Everyone went crazy. This is what we're cheering for as Yankee fans. Men running onto the field and a walk. That man actually has been on the news. He's 33 years old. Apparently, he had 5 photographs with him. His goal was to get to Alex Rodriguez and give him these pictures. Because he's not happy that A-Rod has dated, like, Cameron Diaz and stuff like that. He's not happy. So he had a picture of, like, Osama bin Laden, A-Rod with an X over his face and a gun pointed to his head, a picture of Whitney Houston. Crazy guy, clearly. Unbelievably crazy. He doesn't even go out with a weapon. He has 5 pictures. What, are you going to give the man a paper cut? How's that one, A-Rod?
They hurt.
They do, especially when you get them in between the knuckles.
Yeah, yes.
But it was just really funny because, like, he made it over the tarp and stumbled. All of a sudden, the security guard comes booking at him. Hey! Spears him to the ground, and the crowd went wild. But that was pretty much the only noises the crowd would make. The thing about Yankee fans, they're very complacent. They just wait for things to happen, and they'll cheer once they do. They don't make things happen. They don't stand up for 2 strikes, you know, if they're losing at the time. They don't get rallies going. They just hang out.
Right.
Well, we'll come back. Don't worry about it. When we do, we'll stand up. We'll get excited. And it's the 8th inning, you know, bottom of the 8th. Nothing happens. Like, all right, the top of the order is coming up in the 9th. I'm ready for a rally. They're only down 2-0. Cliff Lee's at like 116 pitches. He'll probably come back out again, though, because he's Cliff Lee.
Of course.
And no, we go to the 9th, and, you know, Girardi brings Boone Logan in to face the lefty. I believe it was Hamilton. He got a double, and then he brings David Robertson in, who proceeds to give up 6 runs in the 9th inning. 6 runs in the 9th. And that was, I never leave games early when you go to Major League game. Like, you're paying all that money, why leave early?
Right. Yeah.
We left, top of the 9th. We were out of there.
It's very disappointing to see. I wouldn't have stayed either. It's just
complete
disappointing to see your team
rally
going
killer.
down.
And of course, all the fans left. A lot of the people left after the 8th, which I don't get. Where are you going? Why do you go to a game and then leave in the 7th? I've had enough. I don't want to see the end. Take my money. You might as well just go to the door and give them whatever, and then just, yeah, I'm only going to stay to the 6th. Have a good one. You don't have to pay. You know,
it's true. But take into account that these people probably have more money than you do.
True that.
Yeah.
Well, what? We get paid a lot to do this show. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. I forgot about that. I haven't received a check yet, though.
Oh.
Let me keep. Oh, I must have them like all piled up.
Well, actually, they just come to the John and Joe Sports Show, and since my name is first, I have just taken the opportunity to cash a check myself. I'm just kidding.
Oh. You have me going. Really bad.
Yeah. So, you know, it was a good pitch game by both Pettit and Lee. I mean, Pettit made that one, I guess you could call it a bad pitch that Hamilton just hit, but he stayed with them the whole game. The bullpen just blew any chance of a comeback. From what I heard, Lee was going to come back out actually for the last inning, but you know, after sitting for however long it took them to score 6 runs, they did away with that. So overall, though, an amazing trip to the stadium. I would definitely do it again. The food is unbelievable. It was just an all-around great experience. The only downside was they got destroyed, which means they're down 2-1 in the series. What do we do?
I just want to say that Cliff Lee is amazing.
I'll tell you what.
7-0.
He is. His ERA in the playoffs, I think, is like .90, maybe.
Yeah, it's just he's incredible.
And it was.
I want to face him.
It was funny to watch because from where you're sitting live, it just looks like he's peppering fastballs right down the middle. He just comes right at you. He works very quick. He doesn't take a lot of time. It just seems like he's throwing straight fastballs, and you're like, oh. But the movement he has to have on his pitches is almost next to none. And the way he moves around the plate and throws different pitches in different situations is unbelievable. Because Timms, Swisher, Granderson, they were all like 0 for 3, 0 for 4 strikeouts.
Yep, movement, location. Location is just key, and he just hits his spots
every time.
In the play. I don't know why. Like he's a good pitcher. He's a great pitcher. But for some reason, the playoffs, he just turns it on.
And it'll be interesting to see. 'Cause he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. It'll be interesting to see whether the Rangers re-sign him or whether the Yankees, if they lose this series, just go berserk like they've done in the past and just start signing everyone, signing teams. Yeah. They'll take the Rays in, and they'll just start going crazy. But yeah, Cliff Lee was definitely, and it was different because he was even missing first pitch. Usually he starts first pitch strike. Right. He would go 2-0 on guys, 1-0, and they weren't capitalizing at all. Some people taking 3 strikes right down the middle, strike 3. What? So, needless to say, it's 2-1. So, we move on to Tuesday. First game was the Phillies against the Giants, the day game. Kane ends up shutting out the Philadelphia Phillies. A little bit of how does it feel? Because they could not hit to save their lives. Guess who hit a home run in that game for the Giants?
Was it Cody Ross?
No, Matt Cain.
Matt Cain. No kidding. Cody Ross. It was Cody Ross.
Cody Ross had a home run. Cole Hamels pitched for the Phillies. He didn't really do terrible. I mean, 3 runs isn't terrible.
3 runs isn't terrible.
But Cody Ross, hits a home run, starts the rally. They get a couple key hits, and the Phillies just could not get a hit off Matt Cain. He didn't even really run into that many problems.
No, nope.
Struggling, and Giants are up 2-1.
Yeah.
The Giants, New York Giants.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
the football team, all right? Oh, wrong. Oh, it's the San Francisco. Jeez.
San Francisco Giants.
I was shocked that, the Giants have great pitching, but I think the hitting for the Phillies is better than the pitching is.
Exactly.
But it so far hasn't showed.
3 hits, the Phillies should be ashamed. I'm sorry. That's no offense to the Giants. If there are any Giants players listening, I'm sorry. But it's this. The Phillies should be hitting. Yeah. Phillies should be hitting better.
They should be, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens later on tonight in the game. Blanton's going for the Phillies, who hasn't pitched in like a month, I don't think, and Bumgarner's going for the Giants. So we'll see what happens there in Game 4. Mm-hmm. And then the night game came, and the Yankees played, and they lost 10-3 to the Rangers. Yeah. A.J. Burnett got the start, and everybody was up in arms about what he would do. And, oh, God, he hasn't pitched in 19 days. Oh. He actually didn't do too poorly in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
You know, he gave up 2 runs in the third, but the Yankees scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They were winning 3-2. We go to the 6th. You know, he's starting to miss his spots a little bit. He's getting a little bit tired. It ends up getting to the point where there's a runner on second base. They walk Murphy to get to Benji Molina, who's been a Yankee killer for many playoffs with the Angels back in the day. So they walk to get to Benji Molina, who proceeds to hit a 3-run home run and put the Rangers up 5-3 at that point. And it just went downhill from there. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, 5-3, okay. And then Joe Girardi puts in Boone Logan again, puts in Robertson. Robertson did well, but he put in Boone Logan to face Hamilton, who proceeded to hit a home run. Took him out. They put in Sergio Mitre, which is just asking to lose the game. And then batting practice began. Nelson Cruz jacked one into the second deck, and it just went downhill from there. Another game you could have left early in, because then they scored 3 runs in the 9th. It's like, okay, any chance we had of coming back is again washed away.
Exactly.
What is happening to the Yankees? Another thing as well, Mark Teixeira hurts his hamstring. Yep. He's done for the rest of the playoffs. So even though he wasn't hitting that great, his glove is now out. So Lance Berkman's going to have to play first base. And things are just a downward spiral of pain and misfortune, and fingers getting pointed at Joe Torre and his braces.
It's just a lot of missed opportunities for the Yankees. I mean, they runners on. They're not hitting with runners in scoring position. With a lineup as good as this, you have to hit, and they haven't been hitting all series. And the Rangers just they hang around till the right moment, and then they strike. That's it. So, and then they build on their lead. They don't stop. So the Yankees are not capitalizing on opportunities. Their big guns are not hitting, and I mean, CeCe didn't pitch well in the first game. I mean, Hughes came out and just gave them the game in the second game, and so they're just not clicking on all cylinders.
No, and when I want to say they're like 3 for 30 with runners in scoring position,
just
something ridiculous like that. You know, even last night they came up, they had the bases loaded in the last inning, down 4 with 1 out. They could have easily tacked on 2 runs, you know, gave them at least a shot, and you know they get out of it unscathed. Berkman gets out, and then I forget who was up after that. It's just been a series of unfortunate events, missed opportunities, and then the bullpen not holding down the deficit to give them a chance to come back. And it's usually been the case for the Yankees, where they score late and the other team scores early, but then that's it. Like, you know, you score as much runs as you can, but then it's like, oh, the Yankees are going to come back and score. Rangers have done a great job of putting games away right at the end. They don't even give anyone a chance.
Yeah, they're putting the pressure. They're putting the pressure on them. That's it. They're putting the pressure on the defending champions. That should be putting the pressure on the Rangers, who haven't been there.
No.
The Rangers are just looking like the veterans.
The Rangers have a decent hitting team, but pitching-wise, they have Cliff Lee.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's basically what you're looking at.
They just look like they're having fun.
They are.
They're just having fun. They're carefree. I mean, maybe the Yankees just feel really pressured. They just feel uptight.
And they're playing incredibly loose.
Right, exactly.
And I've never
doing it.
You usually see that with teams that have, you know, this is what we've seen the Yankees do in the past. You know, killing teams like the Twins, like everyone's having a good time. Now it's a completely reversed role here, and the Twins or the Rangers are just rolling.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to put them to stop. However, coming in via this laptop and ESPN, Yankees are winning 3-0.
Oh
in
boy!
The top of the third. Granderson apparently has an RBI, and there was a throwing error, and Posada has an RBI as well. So, interesting tidbit of information. So we'll see if they can hold the lead now Maybe they can. But still, you have to go back to Texas. You've got Phil Hughes going for you, who didn't prove himself. You know, how big of a leash is Joe Girardi going to give him with his stupid decisions? And we'll see what happens. I mean, here's the problem this year. The Yankees aren't as good as the team as they were last year. Last year, you and I could have managed them, that we would have won the World Series. We would have had the rings now. We would have shown them to you, but we don't. This year, Girardi or the manager needed to be able to pull certain strings in certain situations perfectly, flawlessly, bringing the right guys from the bullpen, rely on the right people, and he's not the guy to do that. He jumps the gun too quick, or he'll go completely by statistics. That's why they walked to get Molina, by statistics. Even though Murphy didn't have a hit all game and Molina's killed them in the past, apparently Burnett is better against Benji Molina.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
They've been tearing it up. Benji Molina himself has been tearing it up all playoffs.
And Vlad's got 3 hits yesterday. You start having Vlad hit, Benji Molina starts hitting. You know, I went into the series, Josh Hamilton's going to get some hits for the team.
Right.
That's going to happen. Nelson Cruz will get a couple hits. But when other guys start getting your hits that don't usually do it, you're in a lot of trouble. Exactly. So it's not looking good, because even if they win Game 6, they have to face Cliff Lee no matter what.
That's it, yeah.
And it's going to be the same matchup with Pettit going against Lee, which isn't terrible. I mean,
you like to have Pettit on the mound. Yeah, I agree. But the way Cliff Lee is playing, I don't know. I don't see it. It could happen. They
can beat Cliff Lee. They have in the past. But again, maybe Pettit will pitch better in the warmer weather if they get there. And they still got to get there. They still got to win this game.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We're going to go to a quick break since it's 5 o'clock somewhere, like right now.
Here, yeah.
If you want to give us a text message to talk about anything we've spoken about so far, the number is 570-941. No, it's not. 212-9877. You can't call us. We're not near a phone. Or, for those of you that don't know the whole letter thing, 212-WSR. You get it? 570 area code for all you listening in Wisconsin. We have Wisconsin fans.
The
number's also on the screen for the 17 of you watching in your dorms. It's a good number.
Yeah.
If not, we'll be back. We'll give you a quick rundown of who the Phillies have going for them in the next couple games, and then we'll talk NFL, because we haven't done that yet, and that's kind of important to most of the country.
It's important. Yeah.
So we'll be right back. You're listening to John and Joe Sports Show, 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network.
Energy when it's plugged into the wall, right? Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. Little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
On the John and Joe Sports Show, you're listening live on 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network, if you're lucky enough to dorm at the University of Scranton. Have you even ever watched that channel?
No.
And I didn't think so.
No.
We don't live here. We live in mansions down the street. Victorian style.
Obviously. What else would it be?
I don't know. Different style of houses.
I guess you're right.
French?
I don't know.
Forget it.
Is that better or worse?
Too much.
Probably worse. It's French.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, we talked about the Yankees. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they could win this series?
No.
No.
No, I don't think they could win the series, and it's simply because that they have to face, no matter what, they're going to have to face Cliff Lee, and he's just on fire right now. He's never lost in the postseason. I really can't go against him. But they have to win 2 games to just get to him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but I've seen a scenario like this in the past, and the Cardinals overcame a situation like this. They were down 3-2, headed back home, and they had to face Oswalt and Clemens. Those are 2 pitchers. So
Astros.
in the
right?
yeah. But they were in like the
Was that the
really
Brad
good.
Lidge home run?
No, they actually ended up losing that year, which is weird because you wouldn't think that. But it was the year before that. They had to beat Oswalt and they had to beat Clemens. They had to beat 2 of the best pitchers in the league at that time. And they did it. The Cardinals came through. So I'm not saying the Yankees can't come through. They're a very good team, but I just don't see it. I see them getting past tonight, and I can see them just losing Game 6, not even getting to Cliff Lee.
There's a big problem, and that's their hitting.
Right.
The hitting isn't there to back up the mediocre pitching that they've been getting.
Exactly.
And the Rangers, on the other hand, have done both. They've pitched great, and they've hit in timely situations. They've killed rallies with their hitting. They've killed rallies with their defense. Everything so far has been going right for the Rangers. In order for a series like this to reverse, which I've seen happen in 2004, moment of silence, the team that's playing like crap immediately gets hot, which could be happening right now as we're watching 3-0. This could be it.
You're right.
And the other team bats like 189, 2 through 6 hitters, and gives up multiple runs every game, and then loses it in the 9th 2 nights in a row to the same batter. Off one of the best closers in the game.
What's happened to your
and then the last game they just don't show up at all and they lose like 9-1. But I'm just guessing about I've never heard about that before.
Never happened to you?
No. Little League once.
The Yankees never went down?
No.
After being up 3-0?
No. They win every time.
Winning the game like 19-8 in game
They've
3.
won the World Series the past 19 years.
Oh wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Me either.
I thought that must have been a different team that lost 4 straight.
No, they lost 4 straight, Joe. They
Sorry.
did. But then your team, I vaguely remember, also lost
4 straight, and they didn't win at all.
It was a terrible.
It was terrible for both of us. Yeah, it was even worse for you.
Painful.
At least they just destroyed the Cardinals in the World Series, and I never had a chance to even be hopeful at all.
No.
I did get up. I went to the TV screen in Game 4, and I started like knocking on. I think Larry Walker was up or something, and I was just like, "Yo, start hitting the ball." I was screaming at the TV, and my mom was like, "Yo."
Did they hear you?
No, they didn't hit.
Well, now with like 3D TV, they might.
They might. Yeah, that's true.
We should try that.
They'll be closer.
Later on.
Yeah.
We could like reach out and grasp them, bring them in, and be like, "Yo."
You want to like swing the bat like for them or something?
We could do that. Probably with a Wii remote.
There you go.
We'll try it out.
Let's try it. Whatever.
But anyway, I've given up as a Yankees fan. I can tell when they're done. And after last night in like the 6th, I'm like, they're done. That's it. And then at they showed how done they were when they gave up multiple runs. The crowd isn't into it. I mean, they probably are now because they scored.
Yeah.
But you look at teams like the Twins. The Yankees score 5 runs against them, take the lead in the 8th. They're still standing every pitch. You know, Giants fans are like that. Even Phillies fans, perish the thought, actually cheer a lot. Yankees fans just sit back. It's like, well, we've been here before. We got it. No worries.
Exactly.
You can't be like that. Maybe if they lose, it'll kind of hit home for them. Like, oh, we have to cheer and be fans. Like me and my father, they're like, stand up, cheer. I'm standing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, the Yankees really could turn it on. The Rangers could realize, oh my God, we're just the Texas Rangers.
Yes,
We've
they
never been here
look
before.
down.
So
they
I
have
don't
to
know.
keep looking forward.
Right.
When they look down at their shirt, oh God, we're the Rangers.
Exactly. So you never. I don't know.
It's possible. I've seen it
possible.
happen. I don't know if it will this time. I mean, you've lost a big bat in Teixeira.
Right. That's the other
For the
thing.
whole
Yeah.
playoffs, he's done. He's done even for the World Series when they get there. Which, you know, Lance Berkman could easily fill the shoes, except he's in the American League.
This is true.
And there's so many questions that are unanswered. The bullpen's proven nothing. And basically the starters are going to need to go 7, get to Kerry Wood and get to Rivera and get out of there quick. And hold on to whatever lead they can muster. They can do it. I just don't think they're going to this time.
Possible, highly unlikely.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind when teams lose. When the Yankees, you know, I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm not one of those people that's like, we're always the best. If we lose to a better team, I'm fine with that. But this year's not the case if they were to lose. They're not the better team. They just played better at that time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same thing looking over the Phillies. They've got a game tonight, and then they've got the next game, and who knows what will happen after that. I can't really tell you what's going to happen in the Phillies series. If it's going anything the way this series is going to go, they're going to fall down 3-1 tonight. Yeah. And then have to beat Tim Lincecum.
Right.
Which is not very good for them.
Right. You have Joe Blanton going on the mound right now for the Fit. Like, I don't know. Not right now. They're not playing right now. But, I mean, Joe Blanton, like, I don't know how much confidence you have in it. And this is a key game. You can't go down 3-1 right now.
No.
You really need this game, and you have Joe Blanton. I don't know. It's a big boost if he comes through and wins. Yes.
It's 5-0 Yankees.
See that? See that?
See how we did that?
We should have. You should be hopeful. You should be hopeful. But that was good. We should do that more often.
I'm not. Swisher and Cano both homered. Great.
There you go. Look.
Wait,
Swisher hasn't been hitting.
Right.
He's got it now.
Cano.
Here
He's
they come.
done that before.
Yeah.
Here they come.
Here they come. That's it.
Well, you know why? I'm not watching the game. That's why.
Yes.
A-Rod lined out to third. The game's over. They could easily do this, yes. But will they continue it is the question. Oh, great. They've scored 5 runs.
I don't know.
It's only the 3rd. I'm not getting my hopes up.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. I'm not. Ever since 2004, I've learned to calm down and not take things so literally, because then you're just depressed for 2 years. No, I'm just kidding. Then you have to go to therapy and other things. That's ridiculous. That's a joke. It was only 1 year. It wasn't even therapy. It was just meetings with this guy. He said he was a therapist. Like, that's really no big deal. Again, a joke. I didn't actually do that. Again, at this point, I can't pick against the Phillies.
No, I'm still not going to pick against. I'm not going to pick against them.
But I'm loving what's happening right now, and I'm loving the Giants' chances. They've proven that their pitching can out-pitch the Phillies' pitching. It's just a matter of when Cody Ross stops his immaculate hitting, who's going to pick it up? Anyone?
Right.
Do they have anybody on the team?
Right.
Are they going to re-sign Bonds?
I don't think the Phillies are concerned at all. I mean, I saw what Shane Victorino said after. He's just like, we're fine. We just have to start hitting. It's like the concern level. It's just not really there for the Phillies. So I mean, like, you kind of feel confident as a fan or as just like someone who's watching it. Just, you know, they're confident in themselves. Yeah. Like they're fine.
But there's a problem of having overconfidence and just assuming you're going to get there.
That's true.
Because, like, when asked, are you still going to pitch Blanton? Manuel was just like, yeah. But his southern drawl, Charlie, with his, what?
The win games and Phillies Philly fanatic. Philly fanatic.
You just pick out random words. It's like listening to a Spanish conversation. Like, for taking 3 years of Spanish, just be like, $72. Great. We can move on. I have. Yo tengo. Nice. Beautiful. That's
or
pretty
just
much
tango.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Charlie Manuel conversation. Yeah, you don't say yo.
If you say yo, it's like I tango.
Way to shoot me down.
I have or something like that.
Thank you.
Forget it. Sorry.
Moving on. Baseball. That's done.
Yes.
Go Yankees.
Go Oh, wait. The Cardinals.
I'll tell you what. In closing, if we come back next Wednesday and the Giants and the Rangers are playing in the World Series,
can we just not talk about it?
We're not going to do the show. We're just going to have a blank screen for an hour of the baseball section, and we'll move on to football an hour or two.
All right, good.
Because I'm not going to watch any of the games.
I'm with you.
No one is.
No
one's
going to watch them.
Down the East Coast.
It's going to be one of the worst World Series ever. Like, maybe not like played.
It'll be like 05. What was like the White Sox and the Astros?
White Sox,
Astros,
yep. Like Cardinals, Tigers. That was a bad.
At the time, yeah, it was like the Cardinals.
Yeah. So I mean.
So we could be in for that, or we could be in for finally we're having the repeat we've all been waiting for.
I want it. I want it.
I do too.
It'd be very exciting.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Moving along to the NFL.
That was insane.
I'll never do it again.
Never do, but it was awesome.
Let's go over the games.
Let's do it.
Our picks. You could just actually get a paper out and look at who won, and that's our picks.
Exactly. 16-0. Well, however many bye. I mean,
however many bye weeks.
But we 0 losses.
It's funny.
Losses.
We even pick the byes right.
I know. Yeah, we're just like, oh, they've got a bye this week.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so we'll start off with the Seahawks and the Bears. The Bears won, right? No.
And we picked it.
The Seahawks won 23-20. The defense just too much for the Bears, who did nothing at all. Yeah. Leading rusher for the Bears, Matt Forte? No. Taylor, 31 yards.
Chester?
Yeah.
Good.
Cutler, 290, no touchdowns. Matt Hasselbeck, 242 and a touchdown. Williams, 123 yards receiving. This is just I don't care. I really don't care about this game. The Bears are starting to show their true colors, though, and you're like, there they are, the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears have one of the best records in the league right now, though.
They're 4-2. Well, the Seahawks are 3-2.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, the Seahawks. Yeah.
With Sean Alexander at the helm.
This is it's pitiful. This just shows how pitiful the NFL is this year. There are no great teams. There's nothing. The Seahawks, like, they play great one week and they're terrible the next week. And this week they get it done against a team that is one of the best records in the league, and they're not even that good. They haven't played anybody. No.
It's exciting, though, isn't it?
It is exciting. It makes it exciting, yeah. It makes it extremely frustrating, especially when you get to the game that's on the right over there.
Yellow Book 360, Beyond Yellow?
Oh, a little to the left.
Okay. The Dolphins-Packers game. The Dolphins won 23-20. Is that what you're talking? Are you
I'm a Packers fan.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, they lost on the game-winning field goal. And
that hasn't happened lately. Like in their last 2 losses.
No,
they didn't lose in overtime last week on a last-minute field goal, did they? They didn't lose to the Bears before the end of regulation on a last-second field goal, did they?
They haven't played.
That didn't happen? Okay.
Wasn't this their first game?
All right, yeah, so they're not, yeah.
They're fine.
The Packers are just, I don't even know what to say. I came into the season with so many expectations about the Packers, and they don't look good at all.
No.
They haven't put it together, and maybe they haven't put it together because, I don't know, half their team's injured, maybe? They don't have a running back, and their general manager just says, oh, we don't need a running back. Who needs a running back in this league? Who needs a running back in the NFL? Why do you need to run? Why do you need to be successful running?
I don't.
Why do you need that? I mean, whatever. Let's trade for a safety that no one's ever heard of. We traded for a safety. He was a safety on like the Seahawks or one of the Jaguars. A safety on the We traded for a safety on the Jaguars. I know I'm not a part of the team.
It's news to me.
But I mean.
I get where you're going though.
Okay, yeah, and they've called terrible penalties against the Packers this year. There was one in the game where a Packer. It was on a punt. A Packer lined up like a yard back or something farther than he should have on a punt, and they called a penalty that gave the Dolphins continuation on the drive. You couldn't even tell. You couldn't even tell. So that's 7 points right there. The Dolphins end up scoring a touchdown. The Packers win that game if that doesn't happen. But they come down, they tie the game, and
they do what they usually do.
They lose in dramatic fashion.
Yep.
Every year.
They come back. They make this miraculous comeback.
They've lost by a total of 9 points this year.
Ouch.
Yeah, not good. I'm sorry. I have given up because the Packers are way too frustrating to not give up on. That's it.
Here is the thing, though. They're 3-3 in this year, though.
I know.
Where teams are lucky to have a 500
That's
record.
true.
So they're
You're right.
They are not bad at all shape-wise.
Yeah, right.
But
they,
I'm
they
with
just,
you.
Yeah, right. They just don't.
Yeah.
They're just not playing well.
It's frustrating.
It's very frustrating. So I've just completely. But in saying that, this is where they turned it on last year. Remember last year they were like 500. They just lost to the Vikings, and then they just turned it on and won like 7 out of their last 8 games. So
yeah, they ended up.
they
What do
could-
they only
they
have like
could.
3 losses, 4
Yeah,
losses?
I think they had 4 losses. I think they were 12-4
they
or something
did
like 11-5, 12-4. Something
That's
like
what
that.
happens when you have Brett Favre as quarterback. He's great.
They don't have him anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on their rival, Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yeah, he's on the Vikings.
But he's a Packer for life.
Oh, definitely.
He said it
All the
many
way.
times.
All the way. Yeah.
Wow. Well, my mind just goes after Madden 04.
I
don't
understand.
remember anything.
I understand.
You know?
Hey, you would think he would be a Packer for life.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's terrible. It's kind of like when you're one of the best basketball players in the league and you decide to retire a couple times, then you end up with the Wizards.
That would be so stupid.
Scottie Pippen, you
seriously.
rascal, you.
Unbelievable.
That'll be
Nobody-
Kobe. He'll end up going to like the Knicks. His last year, I'm done. We're going to the Knicks. Like Shaq. All right, you're with the Magic, you're with the Lakers. Where are you headed now? Heat. Now you're with the Celtics. Attaboy.
Yeah. Make him even older.
Yeah.
But
seriously.
we'll get there. The NBA season is coming.
We're not talking about it for a long time. I don't care at all.
But it's coming.
It's coming next week. The Heat have already won the finals, so we don't even have to talk about it.
No, we don't. No.
LeBron has won the MVP.
Yes.
And the season didn't start yet.
They have crowns now instead of
Yes.
trophies.
They don't wear jerseys, they wear capes.
Capes, exactly. With a staff.
They play in
crowns,
chairs.
yes.
In wheelchairs.
Oh, yeah,
thrones.
yes,
It's
yes,
unbelievable.
exactly.
It's awesome to watch.
It's
They
crazy.
still dunk, too. I don't know how they get off the wheels.
Well, they're just that good.
They are.
Clearly.
They take off one leg with the wheelchair.
With the wheelchair,
and they
yeah.
dunk. We don't have to watch. Forget it.
We don't have to watch.
I have things. I'm not watching the NBA.
I agree.
Chargers lost to the Rams 20-17. What has happened to the NFL? You better get in some good shape, my friend,
know.
because the Chargers are 2-4. They're 0-4 away, which
I may be getting my cholesterol checked at the end of the year. This is bad. Oh yeah, I'll get my cholesterol checked if the Chargers don't win the division.
Granted, it is
Throw it
only
out there.
week 6, so there's a lot of time, but they're playing terrible. Phillip Rivers is doing all he can, but you're losing to the Rams.
The Rams, yep, the Rams.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, Jackson
I
runs
don't
for
know either.
109 yards, finally. He runs over for 100 yards. The Rams they're okay at home. They're 3-1.
really are.
They're not bad.
So I don't know. You got to be happy for Sam Bradford right now.
Yeah, he's living the dream.
Exactly.
He's made out better than everyone else.
Exactly. So the Rams are finally putting it together. That's a bright spot, I guess. You have to look at it that's a bright spot for the NFL that these teams that were at least not so good are playing a little better.
Making the competition just that much better.
Right.
I guess.
And I'm not saying. I mean, this is making the NFL exciting. It's not. I'm not saying that I hate the NFL. I'm just saying that it's confusing.
It's been hard.
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's been hard to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a week where you're just like, boom, bang.
Right.
Except for our show. Other than that.
Yeah, I know. We get
people
the picks every
A lot
time.
of other people have had problems
Yes.
that I've heard of, but we haven't.
No.
Patriots beat the Ravens 23-20 in OT.
Clearly, the Patriots don't need Randy Moss.
I guess not. I picked them.
I don't.
think.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
you picked the
you
Patriots.
picked the Ravens,
yeah, I did.
'cause
I picked
Randy
the
Moss
Ravens,
wasn't,
but we were both right,
yeah.
which was crazy.
Branch, first game
Yeah.
back after like 5 years, 6 years, wherever they last won their Super Bowl. 98 yards and a touchdown on 9 receptions. He did well. The past like 5 times they've played, I think no team has won by more than like 5. This is an expected thing to happen. You expected 23-20. Patriots get the best of the Ravens. They're 4-1.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, the Patriots. I was kind of shocked. Apparently, you weren't because you picked them. Of course, it was a close game. It's not like it was a blowout or anything. But the Patriots came out and did it without Moss. That's impressive. It's a good move to get Branch back, though. I mean, someone who's comfortable with Brady and everything. So that receiving core should be okay, even though they don't have Moss.
Yeah, they should get by.
Yeah,
They
should get by. They don't have that big, like throw it up and he'll catch it guy. But I mean, they have Branch and they'll be fine. They're the Patriots, so I mean, the Patriots are always fine.
Moving on, the Giants beat the Lions 28-20. Finally, some evening out of something that happens that we expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Bradshaw runs for 133 yards, and the Lions don't do anything because they're the Lions.
True. Yep. That's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, the Giants just came out and win because they're supposed to.
Yes.
And the Giants, they've been on like a tear lately, actually. Come to think of it.
Yeah,
I think they've won
this year that they've been on a tear. You could call that a tear.
Yeah, I think they've won like 3 straight or something. So that's
and
pretty good.
You look at the Lions, 1-5, 0-4 away. They've kind of become hapless.
Hapless, yes.
The Lions are a hapless football team. They have been for a while now. And if you're watching us at home, you can read what hapless means. If not, for those of you listening, unlucky, ill-fated, hapless. That's that.
That is that.
That's really all you can say.
Excellent.
They're not good. They're running out of quarterbacks. They're throwing Stanton as their quarterback, who was their leading rusher. What's happened? Apparently, what's his name is getting better.
Stafford?
Stafford. He'll probably start next week.
That's good.
Great.
He was a solid quarterback.
Yeah, he's
his
not
first
terrible.
year. Yeah. At least for the Lions, for being the Lions.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah. Eagles beat the Falcons 31-17. Kevin Cobb, 326, 3 touchdowns.
Yep, let's just go. You want to just leave?
Yeah.
No?
I wanted to leave it.
Good.
2 hours ago.
I know.
Macklin, 159 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. The Falcons don't show up at all, and the Eagles are 4-2.
What happened to Kevin Cobb? What? He had a career day.
Yeah. Well, now he's going to play the rest of the year. He's playing next week, regardless of if Vic is back or not. Because he is great.
Turned it on.
He's unbelievable. He's a great quarterback.
Falcons the savior, Kevin Cobb.
After every game,
he's here.
He ascends to the heavens.
Oh, I know, and then he just comes back.
If you ever want to
every
witness
Sunday.
something awesome, he goes up, and he comes back every Sunday. Except on a bye, he just hangs out. We're actually going to ascend up into these lights after the show as well, so stick around for that one. That'll be interesting to see. We should make that happen.
That's
where we
true.
can ascend.
There are no lights. We're just glowing.
We're vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dumb. Sorry.
I don't know.
I caused dead air.
Falcons, I'm shocked at what they're doing. They're still 4-2, but like they're not good.
Exactly. Right.
They're not a good 4-2. How are you
Exactly.
4-2? Like the Bears. How are you 4-2?
Mm-hmm.
I hate the NFL.
I love it, though.
Yeah,
I love it.
but then
it's so interesting.
Big Ben returns. The Steelers win 28-10 over the hapless Browns. Hapless. The Browns. Roethlisberger comes back. They give him a standing ovation. He's terrible for the first half, and then he's mediocre for the second half. But it's the Browns, so they win.
Right.
257, 3 touchdowns for him. Mendenhall, 84 yards and a touchdown. And the Browns, nothing to really talk about.
Yeah, you really can't say much. Steelers get Big Ben back, so they're happy, and they're in good position right now. They've only lost one game.
They're 4-1.
4-1.
They're going to go to the Super Bowl at this rate. The Steelers. Hey, terrible towels. I love Pennsylvania teams. I love them. I love the Steelers. I love their fans. I love Big Ben.
I don't mind the Steelers. I like the Steelers.
The only thing I like about the Steelers is the women Big Ben has been with. That's it.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Fair enough.
What can I say? And Mendenhall, because he's on my fantasy team.
Me too. He's doing well, actually.
Yeah, he's all right.
I mean, he's getting it
Not bad.
He's not bad. He's better than my other running backs.
Top 5
in the
running
league.
back.
Yeah, so there you go.
Moving along, the Saints beat the Bucks 31-6, and it actually looks like they played well this game for once. They moved to 4-2, and the Bucks moved to 3-2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the Saints just showed that they're a better team than the Bucks, because they are. And that is all the input that I could add.
Well, you're dead on, though.
Good.
With that.
Good.
Thank goodness.
That's all I've got.
Texans beat the Chiefs 35-31. Pretty much an unbelievable comeback in the fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
With your friend, Andre.
My friend Andre and my friend Matt. So,
yeah.
Took us to victory.
305 yards for Schaub, 2 touchdowns. Johnson, 138 yards and a touchdown. And the comeback was just great. 21 points in the fourth. You really can't say much more.
Exactly.
Good for the Texans.
Yeah.
Again, here's a game where the Texans look great. You're like, here they are. They're back, the Texans. And then the next game, next week, they'll lose by 36.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing, the Chiefs, they're playing well. For a team that was god-awful last year, they're playing pretty well.
They are, the Chiefs.
So I'll give it to them. Tip my cap. That's not on. All right.
Just start wearing one. So you
probably.
Can actually
now I
tip
could, I could tip my cap. Be a new thing.
The Jets beat the Broncos 24-20, but we have nothing more to say about that now, do we, Joe?
I'd like to. I mean, if you want to move on,
Why?
We'll move on.
Does anyone like the Jets in the studio?
Oh no.
No.
No one likes the Jets.
No one likes the Jets at all. The Jets.
No. There's nobody in the back right now who likes the Jets.
You're right.
So why?
You didn't even need to have to say that because it's just.
I know that was just dumb. You know.
Yeah, the Jets are 5-1, and they lead the division. You could hear that smash in the background as our producer faints from happiness. Don't be alarmed, everyone. We're fine. Oh, no, there she is.
She's walking.
She's still walking. She's moving. Hello. She's alive. Okay, never mind then. Well, we don't have to talk about them now. No, we can't talk badly of them. She's not fainted. I was ready to rip them apart. But Denver loses this game, as they do a lot of times with stupidity. Late penalties, pass interference calls, fumbles. They lose the game. They had it. You know, they were winning. They were winning 17 to 10, and they were winning 20 to 10. I was like, okay. And then they give up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. They lose, and they can't get a comeback because they're not a comeback team like the Packers.
Shut up. Okay, both our teams are terrible, all right? Let's just.
But they could be good.
I know.
The problem. You look at the running back on Denver, 48 yards rushing. Why don't you just not even come?
That's true.
Just don't show up. That's fine. Orton, 209 yards and a touchdown. His average is like 333, so a crappy game for him. But the Jets have good defense. They were ready to sneak away with this game. And LT was like, no. Mark Sanchez was like, I'm ready to go.
They had it. All right, they had this game. It was 4th down. Mark Sanchez threw it deep, last-ditch effort, and there's no catch. All of a sudden, the receiver turns to the ref and throws a flag. Well, the receiver doesn't do it. The ref throws a flag. Sorry, misplaced modifier or whatever. Yeah, sorry. Throws the flag, and originally I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's a terrible. There was no way that there was a pass interference on that.
But what did he do to warrant it?
Grabs the face mask. Grabs his face mask and pulls.
Yes.
The ball is not really catchable.
No.
It's in the vicinity.
It was low. It was like at his feet. He would have had to made this ridiculous catch.
He comes around, and I could see it kind of being on accident because he was just kind of trying to find him, and he just kind of grabbed the face mask, but it...
Don't grab.
Yeah, exactly. It was
hit.
Yeah.
You can feel it. Don't touch it.
It was.
Let it alone.
It was really, really unfortunate because the Broncos had that game. It was over right there.
They did have the game. Won. However, they didn't.
I didn't notice she was still standing.
Yeah. She's been watching us.
She's been watching this the whole time.
Making sure we're not doing anything. The Jets, they're great. 5-1.
They definitely deserve to win.
I love the Jets. JT the Jets. Woo! Mark Sanchez, he's so hot. Oh,
I know, yes, obviously.
Okay.
Yes.
So Denver falls to 2-1, and my hopes are just dashed week by week. Even though I came in the season with no expectations, having Kyle Orton have the most passing yards in the NFL, you think like, oh, we got a chance.
Just give up.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm telling you, I've given up. It's going to feel great the rest of the way. Anything they do right, it's going to be like, oh, great, I didn't expect this. Anything they do wrong, I'll expect it.
They're winning.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a negative attitude the rest of the way. That's it.
That's the easiest way to do it.
I know.
That's what I'm going to do for the Yankee series the rest of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. There you go.
They win.
Yes.
It's been a good run.
There.
Until then, that's life. So yeah, the Jets lead the division. The Jets, and they're probably going to get the Super Bowl as well. Somehow.
The Jets. If you're talking about the teams that are at least playing decently, the Jets are playing decently. They've won 5 straight. That's big.
And now the trash talk that their Rex Ryan does is actually
warranted.
True.
Yeah.
Apparently, we have to go to a PSA ASAP.
Let's do it.
What does that mean, ASAP?
I think
after Sunday, apes prance. They don't before Sunday.
So what do we do?
All right, we're going to PSA. If you want to text us, give us any form of communication, talk about whatever we've spoken about thus far in the show, you can do so by texting 570-212-9877, 212-WUSSER. And we'll talk to you. I will talk to you on here with this computer that I have, which you listeners can't see. But it's here, don't worry. And that's that. If not, we'll come back. We'll finish out the rest of the games, and we'll tell you who's going to win next week. You're listening to the John and Joe Sports Show on 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
So, April. Yeah? You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right? Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
The John and Joe Sports Show. We just rode off into victory, and we've returned to join the program.
Yes.
99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. We're live on the radio and on TV at the University of Scranton dormitories.
I don't know what. I'm sorry.
Smile. Look good. Wear a tie.
It's impossible not to. Yes.
You're right. You just have that glow.
Yeah,
These lights help
right.
as well, but the glow is nice. Okay, so we're like 3/4 of the way through our picks. We're going to give you the rest. Well, not our picks, the games. And then we'll get to the picks.
Maybe I should get my notebook out just for when we go to the picks sometime.
Do you write them down?
I write down the picks.
You don't have to write them down.
I don't?
We're right every time.
You're right. Forget it. I'll just look at who won. That's it.
Oh, my. Okay, the 49ers got their first win.
They did. I think you called that as well.
I did.
I'm off.
Alex Smith finally does something that wasn't a mistake. Not much, but they do enough to win. They win 17-9. Oakland is a terrible team.
They are.
They're not even
They've
hapless.
won twice.
They're not even hapless. They're a terrible team.
They've won twice. They've beat the Rams and the Chargers.
Yeah, they did.
I don't.
But they don't have a quarterback.
This is true. This is a.
Jason Campbell.
That's not a
Gradkowski is. I think he's out for a while.
You could win a Super Bowl without a good quarterback.
Who has done that?
I mean, just give me a minute.
I mean, there has to be somebody that has.
Ravens, Trent Dilfer.
Didn't they have that
That's all I've got.
big lineman? It was like Scalamaria.
Yeah. Tony Saragusa.
There it is.
Tony Saragusa, yeah.
It's one of those names you have to put your hand up for when you say it. That
was the problem. They had an amazing defense.
Oh, unbelievable. Well, he was the line. That was it. Yeah. He was there, and you had to get around him. It was difficult. He's wide. So, 49ers moved 1-5. They finally won. Now we don't have to pick them the rest of the year.
Exactly.
And the Raiders the same.
There you go.
So, Vikings, Cowboys. Vikings win 24-21. Go ahead.
I was very disappointed. But not that Favre played that great. So that's good.
14 for 19. He threw a lot of passes. 118 yards and a touchdown. By that statistic, you would swear he left like at halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
And got hurt and had to leave.
Exactly. But no, I mean, he threw this 2-yard pass. It was incredible. You should have seen it. It was like the play of the game, because he dropped the snap. It might have been a bad snap. Who knows? But I don't remember. But it was on the ground. He picked it up and he threw it to his fullback. And they praised him for it because he's Brett Favre.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, I mean, clearly.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, yes. And he's Brett Favre, so I mean, might as well just glorify him some more, because that's.
Well, you did that last week.
Oh yeah, all the time.
The end of the show was just Brett Favre City.
And the Cowboys are terrible.
The Cowboys are hapless. Yes. Did you ever think, viewers, listeners, and everyone else in the back, that we would use hapless? Anyone? No. No one probably. Hapless. What are they talking
hapless,
about?
Yeah.
The Cowboys are 1-4.
Yeah. America's team.
They're so bad. Penalties and
yeah, right.
mistakes.
They're shooting themselves in the foot. Right. They are killing themselves It's not even that.
They're bad to watch.
I know.
It hurts. It's painful.
They keep beating themselves up, and like they'll score touchdowns, and they'll act like they're the greatest team in the world.
Yeah, well they are.
They just keep getting penalties for celebration. You shouldn't be celebrating when you're 1-4.
No.
Sorry.
They're terrible. Penalties, mistakes, stupid.
They're killing themselves.
Yeah, and I don't care. I like it.
That's great. Yeah, whatever.
I don't like the Cowboys.
I just would have preferred if they beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
But
well, the Vikings are only 2-3. No problems.
Yep.
I guess. Bless you.
That was impressive.
If you want to sneeze, just let it go. It's fine.
Yeah, seriously.
You got a cough or something, we don't mind. It's fine. Colts beat the Redskins 27-24. Close.
It was close.
Why? 3 fumbles by the Colts. Joseph Adai fumbled. Of course, he got whacked in the head, and he fumbled because of that, I think. But Manning, 307, 2 touchdowns. McNabb, 246 and a touchdown. Terrain runs for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Santana Moss, 77 yards and no touchdowns. This was close.
It was close. Colts come out on top. The big thing that I took out of this was Terrain.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Had 5 yards of carry.
He's doing well.
And he did well, and that's Mike Shanahan.
And yeah, sadly, he's left, and Denver's running game has suffered for years.
Exactly.
Coming down to the end, the Redskins had opportunities. They had final drives with McNabb, and nothing came out of it. I don't know if that's put the blame on McNabb. I mean, you really can't. It's hard to just blame a quarterback the last 5 minutes of the game if he can't get the game-winning drive. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's easy to because he's the last person you see. And the Colts moved 4-2, the Redskins 3-3. Titans destroyed the Jaguars on Monday night, 30-3. Chris Johnson, 111 yards and a touchdown. Maurice Jones-Drew, 57 yards.
Whoa.
That's it. Titans played out of their mind. They're 4-2. And the Jaguars looked like the Jaguars. Terrible.
It wasn't even Chris Johnson. Okay, he had 100, and that's funny. He had 111 yards, but he got it on the last play. He had like some 30 he had like a 36-yard gain, all right, or something, to get to that 100 yards. So the Jaguars pretty much contained him. Okay, for some reason, the Titans, they started with Vince Young, and I don't know, I think he was doing okay, but they I don't know why they switched to Kerry Collins. I didn't watch the first half of the game. He's
great.
Yeah, I mean, he played well.
He was always great.
He played well.
For years. Great.
It's interesting.
His name is great as well. KC.
I don't know if they're going to try to do this double quarterback thing, but, I mean, it worked. The Jaguars just played awful.
Yeah.
The Titans' defense owned them. That was it. That was it.
Yeah, Titans couldn't play like that, and then you think, well, they're great, and then they're not.
Exactly.
So, well, that's been the theme of the NFL this time. So, moving on to the standings, because I know everyone cares, especially in here. We're all ears for the standings. National Football Conference, the NFC East, the Giants, the Eagles, both 4-2. Washington's 3-3, and Dallas is 1-4. Ouch. The NFC North, your conference. You Packer fan, you. The Bears are 4-2, Green Bay's 3-3, Minnesota's 2-3, Detroit's 1-5. Packers will have a chance all year with the way the Bears are playing. They just have to worry about the Vikings.
Sure.
Who knows if Brett Favre will make it though? He's got elbow issues, and he met with security about his pictures and whatever else is to. He's very old.
He is old. You're old, aren't you? There, we're good. I've said it.
Good.
He's old.
Why don't you say it 34 more times?
I'm not as upset this week. Well, I mean, I guess I was happier because he won this week.
He did.
It's not like he's still very, very old though.
That he is.
With four exclamation points. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But according to that, it says Rhett. We can't.
That's true.
So, I don't know. Rhett. All right, NFC South, Atlanta, New Orleans, 4-2, Tampa Bay, 3-2, and Carolina has quit. They're 0-5. NFC West, Arizona and Seattle, 3-2, St. Louis, 3-3, San Francisco, same, they're done. The Jets, 5-1, New England, 4-1, Miami, 3-2. And Buffalo has quit as well.
Yes.
You might as well just quit now.
They should.
It's nice.
Yes.
You know, you get a lot of weeks off. You spend time with your family. It's great.
Why not?
AFC North, Pittsburgh 4-1, Baltimore 4-2, Cincinnati 2-3, Cleveland. They're done. They quit. AFC South, Houston, Tennessee, and the Colts 4-2, Jacksonville 3-3.
Crazy division.
Wow. AFC West, Kansas City 3-2, Oakland 2-4, Denver 2-4, and the Chargers 2-4.
See, they're a game and a half. A game and a half. They're right there.
They've lost 2 straight to last place
Bad teams. Yeah, I know. But whatever. Whatever.
Such is life. Well,
such is life.
We'll take another quick break, a quick one. And we'll come back. We'll let you know our picks so you'll know exactly who's going to win next week. If you want to give us a text for any reason, you can do so with 570-212-9877. It's 212-WUSSER. If you don't want to talk to us, just keep listening and or watching, and we'll be back shortly. You're listening to John and Joe Sports Show, 99.5 WSR on the Royal Television Network.
You're still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right? Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
Q
on
99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. Well, we told you who won last week. Now we're going to tell you who's going to win next week. No questions asked. Thanks. Because we do that after every.
Well, now we could move on.
Good. All right. Bengals. Falcons. Bengals win.
Bengals win.
I hate the Falcons now because of last week.
I don't like the Bengals because they're so inconsistent. Maybe they'll be
maybe this is the consistent week.
You're right. I'll go with the Falcons.
Good. That way we can't be wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Redskins, Bears. Redskins win. I hate the Bears now as well.
I think the Redskins win as well. I think that the Bears should start going downhill at some point. We'll say now.
Why not?
Yeah.
Eagles, Titans. See, I'm afraid now because, like, after Brett Favre, you're old.
Right, yeah, I know.
I don't know what else to expect. We can't hear what's happening in the back. There's a conspiracy theory. I have to alert the Secretary of State and the Vice President so they don't get assassinated like the President did in 1863. That's enough of that. Titans win.
Titans win. I'll go with the EAGLES Titans. See what I did there?
Yeah, you misspelled Eagles.
I know, and then I picked the Titans.
That's ridiculous.
I know, that was stupid. Anyway.
Okay. Jaguars, Chiefs. Chiefs win because the Jaguars played like garbage Monday.
Okay, okay. I will go with the Chiefs. Yeah, I'll go with the Chiefs.
They've played well.
They've been playing. They've been playing well. They've been playing well.
They have.
I guess I'll say it twice because I mean I can.
Steelers and the Dolphins. Heads or tails? Somebody just yell something. Dolphins.
You can't leave something like that to chance.
Yes, you can.
All
This
right,
is what the NFL is this year. You just pick someone.
The Steelers. The Steelers are going to win. They've been decently consistent.
I want to see them lose, so I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
You could want whatever you want.
I think the Steelers are going to win. Change the pick.
Are you sure?
Change the pick.
All right.
Steelers are going to win. It's sad that they're this good, but they're the only consistent team. And now that Big Ben is back,
this is true. Time
will be back on our side. We'll know what time it is that the clock is working. Because I haven't known what's happened in days. Just what time is it? Browns and Saints. I think you know the answer to that one.
Yes, Browns.
Yes. Rams and Bucks. Saints, for all of you.
Yeah, it was really
didn't realize that we'd
It was a joke.
Stop. Rams, Bucks. Gotta go with the Rams. Playing kind of well against a crappy Bucks team.
Yeah, I was going to go with the Rams as well, but I mean, you don't know from week to week. But I'll go with the Rams based on last week.
Yes.
Which is usually not smart.
We should never do that.
No.
Game of the week, 49ers, Panthers. 1 win between the two of them, 10 losses. 49ers.
Going with the 49ers. All right, well, last week you went with the winless team, so I will go with the winless team this week. The Panthers get their first victory of the season.
No.
All right.
No. Bills, Ravens. Ravens win.
Yeah, Ravens win. The Bills, terrible. Hapless, if you will.
If you will. I won't.
No. All right.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Another great game between two great teams.
The question is how they're 3-2.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with the Seahawks. You know, they're 2-0 at home. They won last week somehow. Maybe they'll win again this week.
Exactly. It rains in Seattle, so...
There's vampires, too.
Right, yes.
Around the area.
Right, yeah. So, you know, if yeah, I'll go with the Seahawks. I was just about to say something stupid, so I'll just keep going, probably. I don't know.
Raiders, Broncos.
Broncos. Yes.
Yes.
I'll go with the Broncos as well.
Down. Hopefully they win.
They haven't been playing terribly.
No.
And the Raiders are
The Raiders, I don't think, have a quarterback next week. They called me up. I couldn't do it. I have work.
That's a shame.
Patriots, Chargers. Patriots.
Yeah,
I'm
going with the Patriots too.
Chargers. Just because they've done nothing. And I just want to see your cholesterol get you.
Yeah,
that'll be a graphic we'll put up for everyone. We'll have the whole thing when it happens.
What did they do for a cholesterol check? I don't even know.
You run on a treadmill, you get blood work.
I gotta do. Oh my gosh.
They
That's
speed
a
up
workout.
the treadmill. You're running. You're like,
You're like Rocky IV when Ivan Drago goes,
Yeah.
With that.
And then they like tilt it so you're running like
right.
this.
Just straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. You're climbing. It's different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vikings, Packers.
Just do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it.
I mean,
I'll do what you're doing.
All right.
You're gonna go with the Vikings.
Yes, I'm picking the Vikings.
I'll pick
yes.
the Vikings.
Yeah. I can't. I've given up. I have no hope going in this game. No hope. I want it really bad. I have no hope.
Okay.
That's all.
Giants, Cowboys, Monday night game. Can the Cowboys get back on track against the Giants? I think so. They'll win.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so too. And great minds
think alike. they've just blown games. If they could just play normal, they don't even have to do anything spectacular against the Giants. Just score a touchdown and just wait. Hold on a second. Sit down on the field and relax.
Exactly.
Take a moment.
Right.
I'll take 2 moments.
Chew it over with Twix.
That's probably copyrighted.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. You can say anything. We're on radio. You can say whatever you want. Right? Yeah. Okay. 5-1 Yankees, for those of you that care. Somebody hit a home run. I don't even want to attempt to say his last name, so I'm not going to. So don't worry about it. But it's 5-1 going into the 6th. The Phillies are coming at 8. Yeehaw. Are you like?
Are you seeing?
You can pick your team. You can pick your nose. There must be something else.
Is that supposed to? Yeah.
No, it's only first 2 lines.
No, that's it. Wait, it's gonna come. There's gonna be more.
There must be more to it.
Hold on, there, listeners and viewers. I'm sure they didn't just leave us with the worst starting limerick in the history of man. You can pick your team. You can pick your nose.
There it is. It's just all right. All right. Okay.
You could do it twice.
You can do it twice. Yes.
As well.
It's like saying saying knock knock who's there, orange who, and that's it.
That's it.
That's what it.
Are they just maybe they're gonna rhyme nose with Joe, and like plural or possessive give you the possession or something like Joe's, but you can't go against John and Joe's. Sports picks. No, that's it. They're just putting that up. That was poor.
You can pick your teams. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your team's nose.
But you can't pick your team's nose.
Man, that's funny.
Oh man.
I'm glad we could end our show on that.
It's 6 o'clock. That's what we have to go out on. You can pick your team. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your team's nose. We're the John and Joe Sports Show. We'll be back next week. 6 o'clock is now. Franz is on next. He's going to unveil his show, or his song.
His single, yes.
7:15.
I'm very excited.
So stick around for that. We're excited for it. I'm sure he's in the studio listening to us now because he's always on time. He's great with that. And he's always done his show right on time every week.
Yeah, watch him not be.
Yeah. So yeah. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, same frequency, same channel, and hopefully we'll have better limericks next week than that one. We'll do our best to get something better than that. Any final word of wisdom to the people?
Brett Favre's old.
Is he?
He's old.
He's old. I have nothing. After that limerick, I'm done. I've lost all will to move on. I can't. My brain is just. I expected greatness and got.
And your voice just cracked.
It did.
Yeah.
That's because
I know.
I'm faltering.
I know.
It's over.
I
I'm
know.
done. We're done.
Okay.
John and Joe Sports Show will be back next week. Thanks for listening and watching. See you later.